Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this exclusive Priority Read Gold Series in conversation with Visionaries, powered by omagnus.ai. If Episode 1 opened the door, this one walks into the fire. Because today, we stop talking about breaches like weather reports. We stop listing attacks like sports scores. And we ask the harder question, what is actually broken? Beside me again, Mr. Sean Cooper, a visionary who has lived cybersecurity not as a headline, but as a daily responsibility. In the last episode, we met the industry. Today, we meet the opportunity and what might finally change the game. Let's go. Sean, we talk about breaches. We talk about attacks. But rarely do we ask the real question. What is fundamentally broken? So, if you had unlimited freedom and unlimited resources to fix one broken thing in cybersecurity, what would it be?
Now, when I looked at that thought, I'm thinking there's a lot, but I think what I would do if unlimited resources, unlimited time, is I would be able to help the OEM community, the development community, to create software or whatever it is, hardware that would scale down to the personal level, consumer level, if you will. Ultimately, cybersecurity is a team sport. And what we're seeing really in today's most recent exploits, today meaning 2026, is a lot of the adversarial community, malicious community, is taking advantage of the soft underbelly of the global citizenry, which is your small office, home office routers, because most people don't know how to deal with these things, don't have the ability, don't have the software, don't have the acumen to deal with it. And there are global regulations around privacy that don't allow, unless it's a part of a major investigation, of which you've got to go get all through the court process across the globe to get access to these things. The malicious community takes advantage of that. So I would like to sort of create something within those realms that pushes all the way down and really helps to make everyone safer. From the team sport perspective, the weakest link is where we can all be affected.
That's insightful, Sean, because sometimes the biggest vulnerability isn't a 0-day. It isn't a missing patch. It's structure. It's awareness. It's policy. It's the human being left alone with technology too complex to protect themselves. This brings us to another question. We've moved from antivirus to AI-driven defense, from local breaches to cyber warfare. But Sean, what's coming next? What future breakthrough will change everything we think we know about cybersecurity?
That's an excellent question. I'm a fan of AI only in certain places, but because it's as you know, it's sort of one of those things that toothpaste was out before we were ready to brush your teeth. So you're gonna we've had to adjust to that. So the next thing out there that I would think, and I had a few different ideas about that. I think if we were able to figure out how to monitor and address a lot of this digital currency, speaking of newer things, newer technologies, digital currency out there is sort of it's a great way to get around process that we all deal with. And a fiduciary perspective and responsibility as taxpayers for whatever entity that is collecting from you as an individual. But in a not so cool way, it's also an avenue and a vector for the adversarial community to be able to transact business behind the scenes and have no proper trail other than, the blockchain that somebody's got to be an expert to. And a lot of that is not necessarily tied directly into the cyber community for monitoring. And then even then with global protection regulations, as we spoke about, We're not able to see and know what's in that communication string. So it's a big guessing game. So that's what I would really like to see, is to be able to do that, because it would allow maybe some the playing field to be leveled off. And then we could also avoid some of these major catastrophes that are being paid for digitally and nobody knows until after the fact. So that's sort of my little global citizen piece of that.
That's a real insight right there, Sean, because cryptocurrencies and digital currency definitely has a very different way of propagating through systems and getting things done in ways of which traditional defenses cannot even catch them. And if that future arrives, and it likely will, we won't just upgrade our systems, we'll upgrade how humanity thinks about digital existence. Thank you, Sean. To our viewers and listeners, what you're hearing isn't noise. It's the quiet architecture of trust, defense, and leadership, spoken by people who still stand on the front line. And we hope you find this power-packed episode insightful. This exclusive Priority Read Gold Series episode was made possible with our technology sponsor, omagnus.ai, and our digital media partner, Get It Max. If this conversation hit you, don't scroll past it. Please let us know in the comments. Subscribe to the Priority Read YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and WhatsApp. Turn on notifications, because the next episode in this series goes even deeper. Sean Cooper's gold cover journey continues, and what comes next, you will not want to miss. This is Priority Read, where visionaries don't just talk about the future, they help defend it. We'll see you in the next episode.